What I'm not gonna do is sit down and let somebody disrespect me like me as some local low class or me as some upcoming artist. 25 years I'm doing in this thing. Come and tour with me in Europe. Let's go Paris. Let's go Switzerland. Let's go Germany. And then you wanna talk about me. But what everybody not gonna do is play with Spice. They're gonna put some spec on my name.
Spice just went off on Saucy Santana and Bambi, and trust me, the clapbacks are brutal. So here's how it all started. Saucy Santana hopped on social media and claimed that he was the reason behind Spice's decision to rock black hair.
The truth hurts. That's why she was so quick to throw up Spotify numbers, because she felt like is beneath her. But she need to wake up.
Yeah, you heard that right. Santana suggested that Spice's new black hair look was inspired by him and his influence in the fashion and beauty world. Santana didn't hold back, saying that he's been setting trends and that Spice was just following his lead. Well, Spice was not about to let that slide. She immediately clapped back, making it crystal clear that her black hair has nothing to do with Santana. Spice reminded Santana and everyone else that she's been rocking black hair for years, and she didn't just talk. She pulled out the receipts. Spice posted old photos of herself from back in the day, showing that black hair has been part of her signature look long before Santana even became a name in the industry. She even threw some serious shade by telling Santana to Google me. Basically, she was letting him know that if he had done even a little bit of research, he wouldn't be out here making false claims. But Spice didn't stop there. She made it clear that she's not taking fashion advice from someone who's only known in the gay club scene. Spice basically said that Santana might be popular in certain circles, but he's not exactly a major player in the mainstream industry. That's a tough pill to swallow. Spice has been an established artist for years, touring internationally, dropping hits, and even securing Grammy nominations. So the idea that Santana could claim credit for influencing her look was laughable to her. Spice's message was clear: she's a trendsetter in her own right, and she doesn't need validation from Santana or anyone else. But Santana didn't stop there, and that's when things got messy. After Spice's clapback, Santana doubled down. Instead of backing off, he took to TikTok and started throwing even more shade. Santana called Spice a one-hit wonder and claimed that her career only popped off because of her appearance on Love and Hip Hop. He made it seem like Spice was just a reality TV personality who lucked her way into the music industry, and that's when Spice really let him have it. Spice laughed it off at first, but then she came back swinging. She reminded Santana that not only is she Grammy nominated, but she's also been putting in work in the music industry for years. Spice has built a global fan base, headlined major concerts, and dropped multiple successful projects, so the idea that she's a one-hit wonder was straight up ridiculous. And Spice didn't stop there. She hinted that Santana's career isn't exactly thriving right now, saying that there's a reason his label dropped him. Spice basically asked, if you're so hot, why isn't the industry calling? That one hit deep because rumors have been saying that Santana's career has been struggling. Despite his social media presence, he hasn't had a major hit in a while, and industry insiders have hinted that his attitude might be part of the problem. Spice also pointed out that Santana's influence is pretty limited. While he might have a loyal following on social media, Spice made it clear that real success in the music industry means more than just viral moments and TikTok trends. She basically told Santana that if he wants to come for her, he better have the credentials to back it up, and right now, he just doesn't. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, here comes Bambi.
How come you haven't talked to your best friend?
Oh, I have talked to her, but not about that. She's been working, like I said. She's been doing her movies and stuff. So, yeah.
No, she really ain't told us about them crazy
She really haven't.
comments. I was like, what the You told
Why
me?
y'all always so fake?
Who's so fake? Who are you talking to?
Who the are you talking to?
Wait,
Bitch, I'm not talking to you.
Okay, who the you can see it?
Don't do Bitch, who you come I'm talking to Sierra. I don't see a Jerry.
Okay, talk to Sierra.
Who the you talking to?
Calm down. Talk to Sierra then.
Talking to? I don't see you.
Bambi jumped in to defend Santana, trying to back him up and make it seem like Spice was the one out of line. And let me tell you, that did not sit well with Spice. As soon as Bambi spoke up, Spice immediately checked her. Spice made it clear that Bambi had no business jumping into a situation that had absolutely nothing to do with her. This was between Spice and Santana, so why was Bambi even speaking? Spice told Bambi that she's been riding coattails for years, first with Scrappy and now with Santana. Basically, Spice was saying that Bambi has never really had her own identity in the industry. She's always attached to someone else's name, and let's be real, there's some truth to that. Spice pointed out that Bambi has made a career out of being linked to bigger names. First, it was her relationship with Scrappy that kept her relevant. After Scrappy, it seems like Bambi has been clinging to anyone with even a little bit of clout to stay in the mix. And Spice wasn't afraid to say it out loud. The message was clear. Bambi isn't standing on her own 2 feet. She's constantly hopping from one connection to the next, trying to stay relevant. And Spice's clapback didn't stop there. She basically told Bambi to sit this one out. Like, why was Bambi even trying to defend Santana when Santana was the one who started the drama in the first place? Spice let Bambi know that this wasn't her fight, and if she wanted to keep her name out of the mess, she should probably sit down and keep quiet. But clearly, Bambi wasn't ready to listen, and then Spice dropped the shade.
I had to bring up my streaming numbers to remind Saucy because he thinks he's the hypest and the hottest one here because that's the image that he portrays, like he's better than everyone. So I had to remind him that he's sitting in front of a legend. So you can put the fan down because you're sweating like a mother.
Since Bambi didn't know when to back off, Spice decided to remind her exactly who she was dealing with. Spice dug into Bambi's messy past, and let's just say it got ugly fast. Spice brought up how Bambi has always been caught up in drama, especially when it comes to her relationship with Scrappy. Spice claimed that Bambi was only with Scrappy for the clout and the financial benefits, and once the money slowed down, Bambi's whole vibe changed. Spice basically accused Bambi of switching up on Scrappy the moment things stopped looking profitable. That's a pretty harsh accusation, but considering how things played out between Bambi and Scrappy, it's not hard to believe. And Spice didn't stop there. She also hinted that Bambi had been talking behind Santana's back before suddenly jumping in to defend him. Spice was basically saying, how are you going to stand up for someone when you were just trashing them behind the scenes? That's next level fakeness. And if it's true, it means Bambi's loyalty is about as solid as quicksand. Spice made it clear that Bambi wasn't just messy, she was playing both sides. And eventually that kind of two-faced behavior was bound to catch up with her. Spice wasn't holding back at all. She exposed Bambi's entire pattern of using people for relevance and then acting innocent when things backfired. Spice made it clear that Bambi's history speaks for itself, and if Bambi thinks jumping into other people's drama is going to help her career, she might want to think again. And Spice still wasn't done.
You're not bigger than me. All of this hype, he needs to pipe down and go in the studio with me and come do some clown music. Maybe that time he'll get some streaming numbers up.
After all the back and forth, Spice decided to end it with a mic drop moment, and trust me, she made sure they both felt it. First, Spice addressed Santana directly and told him to focus on his own career instead of chasing clout through drama. Spice basically said, worry about your music, not me. And let's be real, Santana's career hasn't exactly been thriving lately, so that one probably stung. Spice made it clear that Santana needs to stop inserting himself into situations for attention. She reminded him that just because he's loud on social media doesn't mean he's relevant in the industry. Spice even shaded the fact that Santana's label dropped him, basically telling him that he should spend more time fixing his own career instead of trying to come for hers. And honestly, she's not wrong. Santana has been more known for TikTok drama than for music lately, and Spice just put that fact out there for everyone to see, and then Spice turned her attention to Bambi. If Bambi thought she was gonna get off easy, she was dead wrong. Spice told Bambi to stop jumping into every argument like it's a Love and Hip Hop audition. Spice was basically saying that Bambi treats drama like it's her full-time job, always looking for a way to insert herself into the spotlight even when nobody's talking to her. Spice made it clear that Bambi's habit of clinging to whoever is trending isn't cute, it's desperate. And Spice's final message was crystal clear: stay in your lane. She wasn't about to let either of them ride her wave for fame. Spice basically told them that if they want to stay relevant, they need to do it on their own terms, not by coming for her. And the way Spice delivered that line, She was basically saying, I'm the blueprint, don't play yourself. After that, Spice dusted her hands off and walked away like a boss. But the damage was already done and fans wasted no time jumping in. First up, fans are dragging Santana for trying to take credit for Spice's black hair. Like, how are you going to claim you inspired someone when they've been rocking that look for years? Fans were quick to pull up old photos of Spice wearing black hair from way back, proving that Santana's claim made no sense. And Bambi? Yeah, she's not catching a break either. Fans are calling her a straight-up clout chaser. The fact that Bambi inserted herself into this mess when it had nothing to do with her is not sitting well with people. A lot of fans pointed out that Bambi always seems to pop up when there's drama, but never when there's anything positive going on. One fan tweeted, Bambi stays looking for drama. Girl, go take care of your kids. But Spice? The fans are riding for her. People are praising her for standing up for herself and keeping it real. One fan wrote, Spice has been in the game for years. Santana and Bambi could never. Another fan said, Spice just showed why she's the queen. Santana and Bambi need to take notes. And just when you thought Spice was done, she posted a message on Instagram that has fans raising their eyebrows. Spice shared a picture with the caption, y'all really think that's all I got? Well, she's definitely holding on to something, and knowing Spice, it's probably going to be more interesting. Fans are now wondering if Santana or Bambi will even try to clap back, or if Spice is about to pull out even more receipts. And honestly, Spice doesn't post stuff like this unless she's planning to shake the table. It sounds like she's sitting on even more tea, and if she decides to spill it, Santana and Bambi might not survive the fallout. But who do you think came out on top? Drop your thoughts in the comments.